Bear with me, bear with me. All right. Okay, that was off to a rough start. Okay, so what I was trying to do. Okay, let me know in the chat room if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. And did you hear the music earlier when I was playing? Ooh. Okay. All right, you could hear me. Okay. So there were a few things that went wrong. So what I'm doing right now is I am also trying to broadcast live, and also music just came on. Okay. I was trying to broadcast live on YouTube and trying to use Ecamm with the new Ecamm beta software. And we're going to try to talk about that tonight if there's enough interest. So what I'm doing is, that's why I was like a little bit discombobulated, because I couldn't get my music to play. Somehow the music played off of my computer instead of my laptop. So not sure what that happened, so I'm gonna have to take a look at that. But let me see if I can go to the Clubhouse settings, see if you can hear the music. Okay, now you hear the music. I think what happened was the RØDECaster Pro was not connected to the system. My second account that you saw over there, the pink turtles, that's my other account. So music is coming in, I hope. And I hope it is stereo. I'm through Clubhouse, right? I'm in through Club Deck right now. I'm not using Clubhouse. Clubhouse is just there for me to observe the room. And thank goodness my channel is so small, nobody's seeing it live. But I'm just gonna test it. I'm gonna test the capacity of my computer, see if it can handle all the stuff that I wanted to do. Now, the thing is, I am using Ecamm to capture the conversations here on Clubhouse, but I'm also integrating that with Zoom. When I say I mean I use the software to, the beta software from Ecamm Live, to essentially get my guest people who want to come onto Zoom. And I haven't started the Zoom room yet. I'm going to start now. So those of you, like, I think John has the link, and I will be able to share that link with you as well. So I'm going to start the RØDECaster room, right? Oh, I scheduled on the wrong day. Oh, no, I did. Never mind. Okay. Okay, I'm starting the Zoom call right now. And that should open up where you are able to join the Zoom call. And like, for instance, John, if you want to join, you might want to mute your audio here on Clubhouse so that we don't get your audio on both sides. And I thought this would be a place for me to test, obviously learning at the same time. Okay, so I want to know if the music that you're hearing is in stereo. So if you are in the room, I don't think anybody joined yet, so that's okay. Tell me if you hear. I'm gonna pan my audio. I'm gonna pan audio left and right, and you tell me if you can hear it. Oh, John Lowe just joined us, so let me know in the room if you are using a stereo microphone or a stereo headphones to listen to this. See if you can hear me on the left side. Jeremiah, I'm not sure if you can hear that, and on the right side. Back onto the right. See if my audio is, because I'm piping the audio in from Club Deck, and sometimes Club Deck does not do stereo. So tonight, it's a fun night for me to play. Looks like Sebastian's also here. Hello, Sebastian. John Lowe's on. I see that John Lowe is here, but I'm gonna add John Lowe to the live stream. I'm gonna add John Lowe to the live stream of us together. Let's see. This is I'm gonna add John Lowe.
Hello, hello.
Hello, John Lowe. Welcome to my first ever. I don't know what to call this. Oh wait, wrong camera. Oh, I need to put you. This is a lot to handle, I have to say. So I am gonna put John Lowe on here with me. All right. Okay,
Hey,
so
yes, am I live on YouTube now?
what is that?
Am I live on YouTube?
You are live on YouTube, but nobody's watching. The good thing is, I wanted to test this process, and I wanted to see. Okay, Jeremiah's coming up. Maybe you can. Oh yes. Okay, there you go. Harold, hello, Jeremiah. Let's see if we can talk. Let's see if we can talk to everybody from the various different places. All right. Am I hearing you, Jeremiah? Let's see if you can talk.
I can.
Okay.
Can hear you.
All right. I do hear you. John, do you hear Jeremiah from Clubhouse?
I hear Jeremy.
Okay.
Yes,
all right. Let me see if I can do this layout.
I heard an echo when I talk.
Oh, you do? You hear an echo of yourself when you talk?
Of myself, yeah.
Okay. Let me think where it could. Oh, I know why that could be. It could be here in Club Deck. Sometimes it doesn't take this. Oh, yep. I know why. It should be going away now, right? So let's see if you still hear it.
Testing 1, 2. No, I don't.
Yeah. At least it looks like I know what I'm doing.
Wow. So you did that off a Club Deck or the?
I did it on Club Deck, yes. So what happens is you see my secondary account that is up on stage with us. Also, the other mod is taking all the audio because I like the visual representation of Clubhouse. So if you're looking at it on YouTube, I'm gonna now share. Oh, somebody's watching. It's probably John watching it. So I'm gonna share. It's not somebody. Let me see if I can find out. I don't even remember what let me check and see if I can go to my YouTube and see if I can pull up my current feed and share that with you all if you want to check it out on YouTube, what we're doing right now. But in the meantime, while I do that, Jeremiah, do you have any question for us, or do you just want to like participate in my experiment?
Yeah, definitely participating. But one of the things that I have been hearing is that I've been hearing more and more about Ecamm versus StreamYard. So I use StreamYard for my streaming platform. So what are your thoughts on StreamYard versus Ecamm?
Oh.
Recording in progress.
Sorry, you probably heard that too. That is, let me see. I'm going to give you my thought after I add another guest onto here. Wait, let's see if you're not on Clubhouse. Okay, let me see. Sorry, so don't mind me. I'm a little
Recording stopped.
Flustered here. Oh wait, where did Charles go? Okay, Charles left. Maybe Charles will come back. So I'm gonna share the link to YouTube, and then while I answer Jeremiah's question, I don't use StreamYard maybe you can tell me how you're currently using StreamYard. Maybe you can compare the apples to apples feature. Do you just stream or do you use that to like record podcasts? What do you typically do?
Yeah, I mean, basically, streaming, but live streaming is the main reason
Recording
why I
in
use the
progress.
platform.
Okay.
But I also use it. I also use it for webinars. If I host those, so things like that.
Okay. Yeah, so you're a Mac user, aren't you?
I have PC and Mac, but yes, to answer your
Because since
question.
Ecamm it's Mac only, so you'd have to be a Mac user to use Ecamm. But you could, I mean, especially I see a lot of people using Ecamm for webinar. look at Charles. Okay, so I am gonna share the YouTube live this particular video. How do I get that? I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna go to my own studio, right? Studio.youtube.com so that I can find my video that is live
Link.
streaming right now. The link so I can share it with you all.
Is that on your online YouTube channel?
It is on online, yes. I guess you could go there too and pull that link. Let me see. Okay, all right. Sebastian is also coming up to chat with us. Oh my God, there's so many things for me to handle. This is a little bit overwhelming doing it on both sides. Or do I have, is it live? Is it on there? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, the schedule one somehow didn't show up, the initial schedule one. So show upcoming. Maybe I put the wrong time in there. But the one that's going live, I do have the link now. I'm gonna share the link. And now, if you are on stage, when you watch this, just mute your microphone so that, or mute the audio from the YouTube video so that you don't get, the video's audio back in here as well. Oh, Nee is also here. Hello, Nee.
Hey, what's up? How's everyone doing?
Good. I'm testing
I
out
should be.
Ecamm live.
Yes, I see that. I should be on
You should,
Sebastian's left so I could stare at him because I ain't seen him in a long time.
I know. Hi, Sebastian. How are you? How are you,
Hang on,
Sebastian?
I'm trying to multitask as well. I'm trying to get into the link you just put
Speaking
up.
of multitask, I can understand. This is multitasking right here, right in front of me. Oh my goodness, but this might work. So the reason why I'm trying this is, number one, I wanted to try out the beta software and want to put it to use and have enough guests, which I'm gonna post the Zoom link if you guys wanted to join me in the Zoom link so that you can help me test out when I have enough people joining. Is my M1 machine going to be able to handle it and all that sort of stuff? So let's see. No, this is Larry from Pride 48. Oh, hello. Hello, Trick Brain. Hello from Pride 48 fam. Oh, look at that. Your audio is bad out of sync. Oh, yeah. Oh, my audio is bad out of sync on YouTube.
On just the video, your video and also your audio together.
So my video on Zoom or on YouTube is out of sync?
On Zoom.
On Zoom. So don't look at Zoom. Zoom. But
so
what about
I
YouTube?
looked at I looked at YouTube
Uh-huh.
and it was out of sync.
Ah. Okay.
And now I'm looking at Charles. He is in sync.
on YouTube or on
No,
Zoom?
on Zoom.
On Zoom. Okay. Okay.
Hey,
yes.
so John,
Yes, Nee.
in Ecamm, sometimes you have to go into the settings and set your latency in Ecamm also. So when you figure out what the latency is, then you can
Yeah.
adjust it.
I have like a 5 frames compensation, but it's okay. We'll take care of that. Let me see if I can even know how to pin. I'm gonna pin. Is it called pin? No, spotlight. I'm gonna spotlight this. I'm gonna spotlight this view for you also on Zoom. Okay, now I'm gonna see. Okay, tell me if you're able to see on YouTube. Of course, when you're hearing Charles, are you hearing the audio from Zoom or are you hearing audio from YouTube when you were watching it? You should be watching it with the YouTube's audio and not Zoom's audio, in order to check the sync.
Yeah,
issue.
that's what I did. Because I know here in Zoom, I'm way out of sync. To me.
Yeah.
But on the receiving side, it may be okay.
Well, we'll see.
Is that Charles?
I don't know.
Is that Charles talking?
That is Charles talking on
Yeah, that's
YouTube.
me
Yeah, I
talking.
mean he's on YouTube. He's on Ecamm with me through Zoom. But you can see him on YouTube. But of course, if you're gonna watch it on YouTube, you gotta mute your audio on YouTube so we don't pick up like this to audio.
So that doesn't happen.
That's right. Okay, all right.
It's so embarrassing. The YouTube video froze, and I don't see you anymore. And I thought, who is these two other weird guys on the live feed?
Well,
And I clicked into the wrong page.
you
I keep trying to get out of it.
do you
I
want to
see
see me?
Charles there. I'm so sorry.
Do you want to see me? Okay, I'll pop up and see if it'll.
That's not what I said. I didn't say I didn't say I want to see you. This is totally like, what is two people? I don't know them.
Well, this is
It's nice to see you guys in real life.
This is an interesting test, because when you hear my voice and you see John and Charles, it
Doesn't
looked
register
weird.
at all.
It looked weird. So
Yeah.
now is it better now that I'm on screen? It
doesn't
looked weird. It looked weird. So
No, I must say your
now
background
is
is
it
awesome.
better now that I'm on screen?
gosh.
It looked weird. Why am I hearing that? Where's that coming from? The
No, sorry,
second-
that's possibly from me.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the
All right.
I think it's funny. I think it's funny. The three people on Zoom are all using the same headphones, same microphone.
I wonder why.
I think it's funny. I think it's funny because Charles has the big old Rode logo over there.
That's right, baby.
Rode.
Road all day long.
Oh my goodness.
well, I'm using the MV7, so
just the
that's
pop
different
filter
from
of
yours.
7B.
Exactly. So
Oh,
this is
I gotcha.
SM7B.
Okay.
Okay. Well, and I was looking at the yoke, and I didn't notice that it didn't have the angle; that it was just curved.
Yeah.
So
And check this out. So that there is a black tip that I tip over the
Hey,
logo.
if you pull it hard, oh
So-
yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's so seasoned in, and it's like not
Oh,
coming
no.
out good anymore. Oh no, I need some alcohol rub on it.
Maybe you can use the alcohol rub to rub off the road, the MV7, Sure MV7. Okay.
So it pretends to be a
I
SM7B.
So-
I did think about taking off like
What?
this section and seeing if I couldn't slide this cover off and flip it around.
Oh, so it's on the wrong
Because,
side
like,
of the.
Yeah, because I've seen people try to cover it up, and you can always tell it's covered up.
Yeah.
And then I've seen people try to take it off, and you can always tell that they tried to take it off with some kind of chemical remover. It never looks right.
I couldn't
So, yeah.
tell. I couldn't tell that.
So I'm the only
Jolo
one that's
had
in
his
sync.
covered.
Yeah. Charles is the only one that's in sync. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
because I
hearing.
think the material on the MV7, I mean, with the gaffer tape or the black ones, it makes it look quite seamless on camera.
Let me see how much. Yeah, I'm. So can you tell if my audio is before my video or vice versa? It usually is audio is too fast typically, because video takes longer. If you can at least tell me if that's the case, because I don't know. The out of sync thing, I guess we can figure it out, but I'm not sure why I'm out of sync compared to other times. Okay, I'm gonna delete my other feed. So so now our conversation tonight is gonna be Ecamm Live, and using RØDECaster specifically with Ecamm Live. And if you are in the audience in Clubhouse, let me maybe you should
Recording stopped.
maybe maybe you
I'm playing
can
with settings.
look at yourself as well as me and my two other guests coming in from Zoom. Now, if you want to participate, let me just like verbally ask. You can tell me in the chat, or you can tell me verbally if you're on stage. If you want to hop on to Zoom, I mean, which means I would like to test the video. So if you're able to get on Zoom, turn on your camera, maybe let me know in the chat, or turn on your microphone, let me know, and I'll put the Zoom invitation link in there.
Well, I would love to, but I'm heading back to my office right now.
Of course, you have to work.
And
Take a
once I
day.
go into my office, I got to leave my phone out. So it's impossible for me to have a Zoom call in my office
That's
when the
okay.
phone is sitting outside.
That's
So
okay.
I would watch this video later on, but it's good to see John Lowe and Charles Nye could put a face to the voice.
Oh,
And,
yay.
I will see you guys
It's your
later.
first time too?
All right. First time seeing us talking
There
live
you go.
with moving, flapping lips. Usually it's just
So
a photo.
let me ask you this.
Yes.
John.
Yes.
So on your stream,
Mm-hmm.
do you have it set to 1080 or 1440 in Ecamm?
Only 1080.
1080.
Yeah.
And then you have it at 30 frames?
Yes.
Okay. And you're doing high quality video mode?
High quality video from my Zoom call, you mean? Like from the setup?
Well, no, in your Ecamm live preferences.
Let me see. I don't know if I know that there's a
Under stream.
difference. Oh, under stream. Under stream, yes. Use high quality video mode. Yes. Broadcast with the higher video bit rate. Yes.
And then for your audio in Ecamm's Zoom preferences, are you doing manual or are you doing
Manual? Yes.
You are doing manual.
So
I'm not doing manual.
I'm doing manual because of the RØDECaster Pro 2, and this was just the reason why that inspired me to talk about this a little bit more. Because when you do manual mode, you get to choose for your Ecamm audio to go into one channel. So I have that going to my RØDECaster Pro main channel. And then when you do manual setting, you can then go into within Ecamm Zoom. You can you can change your audio setting for Zoom to use RØDECaster Pro Chat. RØDECaster Pro 2 chat. So therefore, I can manually control all the Zoom audio and not worry
Instead
about...
of using the Zoom virtual
Correct.
mic.
Yes. You can use the Zoom mute button to control it, but, you know, I would like to very quickly being able to mute you. I mean, I would like to be able to hit a button and mute. I like to be able to mute my guest very quickly with a heart button rather than moving my mouse over to Zoom guests and then mute it that way. So, hi, Billy. Welcome. Hi, Dundee. We are doing, and Phil, I'm doing something a little bit different tonight. We are live streaming, I guess, simul streaming this onto YouTube as well, and also on Clubhouse. So if you're watching this on audio is first. Okay, so that's good. So which means I need to turn on more compensation. Thank you, Trick Brain. That's probably later.
So are you doing the compensation in your RCP?
No, I'm doing it in...
You can't do... Can you do audio?
You can.
Can you do compensation in...
Yes.
I wonder if you're doing manual, if you wouldn't be better off doing it in the RCP.
Maybe?
If you're doing manual.
Maybe.
Because that's where all the... I would think you'd be better off doing that if you're doing manual audio.
We'll have to test. Maybe we can test that tonight too. Billy, hello. Okay, let me bring Clubhouse to the full front. Hello, Billy.
There we go. Billy needs to get on Zoom.
I know. Billy needs to get on Zoom. Whoever wants to join us through Zoom, please let me know. I'll send you the link. I guess I could put the Zoom link, but I just don't want people to hop in not knowing that they're going to be live stream, or at least broadcast on YouTube.
Billy has a green screen, so...
Yeah, but I don't know what. Hello, Billy.
Hey, John. I actually jumped over and was watching on YouTube. So
Okay. But there you go.
I'm about to call it. I'm about to go to bed. 4:30 comes early, but I was on here and I'm like, wait, that's Charles Higgins. What's his voice doing on this?
On the
I forgot
stream.
his face. What is happening? Confusing the heck out of me. So, thanks for clarifying. Now I know what's happening.
Well, do you use
like,
Ecamm? Do you use Ecamm?
Yeah, I do. I have not used I've installed the new feature, or I'm in the beta version, but yeah, I've used it for years. I mean, probably 4+ years at this point. So,
I am very new to this, and that's why I'm testing this. I'm new not only to the beta Zoom integration software. I'm new to Ecamm. I think how long have I had it? Like barely 2 months, maybe 8 weeks, 7 weeks. Because
I'd say something like that.
Yeah,
7, 8 weeks.
Not even 2 months yet, I think. But I'm loving it. You know how much I like it if I pay a subscription not only to Ecamm, but also to Charles, but also to what is that? Zoom. I'm paying Zoom and Ecamm so that I can do this. So far, the experience is the best for my guests, I have to say, with Zoom. So, but we need to work out the syncing audio issue. But Billy,
so even you
go ahead, John.
Oh, I've got a question. So even with, say, the Ecamm speakers invitation, you reckon Zoom has a better integration?
Yeah, much better. Yes, I think that's because Ecamm is not their expertise is not in conferencing call type thing. Like, like at least as much as that's what the only thing Zoom does is creating phone calls and meetings for people. So there are softwares optimized for it. It is less taxing on my computer. I'm looking at it. Of course, we only have 2 guests, but I assume that you all are coming in at least 720p. Yeah, let me see if we can see what oh no. Okay, let me hang on. Me and others, I can't change my video source if I lock it. Okay, so John looks pretty high def. Yeah. And Charles
20.
Charles looked kind of high def.
I look pixelated.
What is it? What camera are you using?
EOS, Canon EOS.
Is it?
The colors are nice, though. I gotta say, the saturation is just perfect.
That's because that's virtual. That's Ecamm. You're talking about him.
Well,
he can change it.
I think he's talking about me.
Yeah, I'm talking about Charles. Nice meeting you, Charles. Actually,
nice to meet you.
So now
put a face with the name.
Now all of us are. This is like a manual putting people on here. But what was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about.
The quality of between
yes
conference.
So somehow I think Charles' image is not coming through HD. Did you have it turned on? Did you have HD turned on in your meeting? If you go into the Zoom's meeting? So like the Zoom setting in Ecamm, I think go to more and then
HD.
So you have HD on.
Yep.
The image doesn't
and
seem
I have
as sharp.
Optimize quality. So on the advanced settings under video, I have all 4 checked.
Okay. So this is inside. You changed that inside.
I'm in the Zoom settings.
Oh, you're coming through directly through Ecamm.
No,
okay.
no. Yeah, I'm in Ecamm. I don't have Zoom open. But
so
in
you
the
go
Zoom
to video settings, okay.
Video advanced, and then I have all 4 turned on.
All 4 what? What are
optimize quality, denoise, super resolution, hardware acceleration.
What about in your video setting?
HD.
So HD
original
checked.
ratio.
For what it's worth, Charles, you look great on my phone. It all looks great on my phone.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. Yeah, I haven't really used that Zoom feature though. I mean, I don't really know how I will use it. I think it's more for presentations to big groups or something, I guess.
Or you can bring guests in, which is what I was like thinking about the video version of.
I know, but they have like 10 spots like on the guest Ecamm anyway.
10,
so it's
10,
like,
but the thing is, it's not as good. I've tried it.
You don't think it's as good as Zoom? Are you kidding me?
Zoom is better.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Zoom quality is better because it's at 720, and I've tested it. Why do you think I shell out a year subscription for Zoom? It's because
I have no idea.
The connection, the connection also
for more than an hour of playtime. I have no idea. Like, I don't know.
The connection, I've used it for a whole day of production with the interview mode by Ecamm, and a lot of people's connection, because I can't control my guests' internet connection. So a lot of people would keep dropping off, and the connection is not very good. And when I get to about the 7th guest, my computer locks up. Well, it does. The CPU load is so heavy that I was unable to use my Stream Deck. It was just my computer was just so taxing that I couldn't do anything anymore. And on my Stream Deck's CPU indicator showed that it's at 100%. So I was unable to process it. And then when I look at my activity monitor, it's actually showing every guest connected is using like 80, 90% of my CPU load. So each guest. So 7 guests, I have 7 of them. And so I couldn't, unless I buy a new computer, I figured subscribe to Zoom would be cheaper. So I did that. And it seems to be helping. Like, so with the 2 of them,
I stand corrected. If you're bringing on 7 guests, then I guess I understand.
Now, if you have 1 or 2 guests, I bet you can make interview mode work.
Yeah, 1 or 2 works great. I mean, I've done that since they've had interview mode.
Yeah, especially if your guests have good internet to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing too. It's like, okay, did they have good internet? And that was one of the things that, I mean, I've used Ecamm since guest mode was Skype. Like, used to bring Skype in a long time ago. So, but yeah, man, it's cool. I mean, I'm enjoying seeing how people use it. I imagine it's going to be pretty neat for like webinars and, like you said, bringing in a ton of guests at one time, I guess, or putting people in an audience and bringing them up on stage. I mean, lots of stuff I don't do, but I'm very excited to see this and see how you guys are using it. So it's pretty cool.
Well,
I've got a lot of questions there about Ecamm and also Zoom and all this integration.
Yeah.
You paid a lot of money to not put the Ecamm logo there, right?
When is it the trial mode that does not have the Ecamm logo? Oh, it's like I pay so that I don't see it, and then I'm putting it back on. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Good point there. And again,
Billy mentioned Skype previously on Ecamm. I tried before, and how I use OBS, not Ecamm but OBS, but Skype uses NDI. So Billy, correct me if it's the same thing how Ecamm works with Skype previously. So I assume it is the same for Ecamm. So I'm wondering, like for instance, right now when you have the viewport to YouTube, in OBS, what you would do is you will have a virtual camera set up for it, right? Or an output straight away, actually, not a virtual camera, an output straight away to YouTube, right? How do you do for Ecamm? Is that you just go live and then that's the viewport that goes out to YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
The program, I guess they call it the program, right? The program feed is what goes out to YouTube. So,
okay, then for your guest, I know, like, for instance, when you use Skype and NDI, what happened is that each and every single guest has a different NDI source feed, right? So you could like really sort of like, design your screen individually for each and every single guest. Maybe one is in a rectangular and one in the circular thing. Can you do that using Zoom and Ecamm?
Yes. So
It's easier with Zoom.
the beauty of that is it all comes into just to you now have a separate window, a Zoom window of all your guests, and then each guest is becoming a video feed. So you can
So you have
bring them in.
multiple output from Zoom. So you have a group one.
Yeah.
And then
okay, let me see if I can
a-
make him the main.
There used to be a software before they did this. I used it when I was in Puerto Rico because the internet was terrible. I did use Zoom, and I was able to bring in Zoom cameras into Ecamm. But man, it was very mixing on my system.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as flexible as I think this is. So, because you're saying that you can bring each individual Zoom camera in as its own feed and customize it within the screen. That's sick. I haven't tried that out yet. That's
it treats every guest as a guest. You can assign a guest, but the benefit is, let's say my account allowed me to have up to 100 people on my Zoom call. Even though I can only bring up to 8 video feeds from Zoom into my live stream, everybody can stay connected in there. So you can have like 80 people in the call and pick whoever wants to talk live, ask question or whatever. That's why I'm thinking like, what would the video version of this RØDECaster user meetup room be like? It would be bringing everybody into Zoom call, and then whoever wants to ask the question, they raise their hand, I will bring them onto a camera and they can ask that question. They can show their setup, their cable connector. They can show what the settings and all that directly to us, and all of us can see it. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's sick, dude. I might have to stay up late. I might have to stop being an old man and come to those meetings.
Well, the thing is, I'm going to probably keep trying this. My main goal is to see if I know it's going to be overwhelming, and it was overwhelming, and I did a bunch of wrong moves when I've opened this room. The audio didn't come through and all that. But trying to do this both visually on Ecamm and on amending the Clubhouse room is a little bit intimidating. So I have to get used to it. But the benefit is, if somebody asks me, okay, what can I do? And I can at least flip to my camera and I can tell people what to do here. You go to your setting, you press this here, and you can see all my entire setup here. I mean, if you're on Clubhouse, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. Click on the link up on the very top. Hi, Greg. And you can see our YouTube feed going out there. Then maybe it could be a little bit more helpful for people to learn visually how to do their RØDECaster. And this could apply to the soundcheck room as well.
It sounds like a membership to me, John.
Hey!
Sounds like a little side hustle. I don't know. It's like if you want to see the private feed on the Zoom, you got to pay your $10 a month or whatever.
That sounds about right. That's a good idea.
That's an amazing idea. Yeah, love it. Do it.
Welcome, Jason.
And I suggested that idea almost a month ago.
That's right.
Remember?
When you suggested doing the meetup.
Hold on, John. I mean to interrupt you, Jason. You don't come up here and steal my thunder, okay? I made that up.
I brought the lighting. You can bring the sound, but I got the flash.
Jason brought this up several weeks ago, maybe like a month ago, and we were talking about like how he was telling me like how can we bring more audience into this sort of setup where people come in, ask question, and he was saying that you could do on Meetup, do a Zoom call where people come in, and that could totally be part of that, and then the YouTube could be a part of it too. But I'm still testing the software. In fact, Ecamm Live isn't even a public release yet. It's still beta, but it is already doing quite well. I'm hoping that when it comes out, it will only keep improving and do more. I would love to be able to control guest audio separately, like independently. I don't think I can do that just yet. So if I can do that, that would be awesome. So, sometimes people come in at different levels and you can tweak that way. But Jason, what do you think?
I think about possibilities, not roadblocks. So
There you go.
I only shared the idea because I could see you prosper with it. So if you prosper from it, I'm happy for you, man.
Well, thank you. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm trying to work it so that what I may do is just do like I need to focus on a separate session just for like a group of maybe like a meetup people, like a group of guests coming onto Zoom and just do a YouTube feed and maybe not doing both at the same time. Maybe eventually I'll get used to it. Or I could I could ask somebody to do the other parts for me, managing it for me, so that it's not as overwhelming, because I don't want to like miss something and not
Right.
treat the experience well for both platforms.
Right. I mean, you just got to think, you're like a tree, man. You bear only so much fruit, and each branch has so much weight. So you just have to think like, as long as you have a good foundation of knowledge, which you do, and a curiosity, you know, it's up to you how you want it, and people will come. I mean, I came here out of recommendation of Sean. And remember, Sean was trying to discourage, oh, we don't have time for that. And I'm like, why don't you speak for you and not for John? Like, you speak for you don't have time. But if it's a hustle that makes you, you know, not just an experienced person, but eventually an expert, then you have a revenue stream of doing something you like doing because you like being of service to people and seeing people benefit. So you just got to think like, that's how really great business is done. It's not based on, oh, whether someone's going to think it's going to work. It's you're just figuring out as it's unfolding. So whatever you got to do, John, I'm here for it, man.
Thank
I
you.
support you.
This is my first
And-
step. Billy.
John, I would just put my hat in there or my hand up and just say, YouTube, man. Like, I would just go YouTube. I would go like YouTube. I would be like video first, YouTube first, training sessions. I mean, that's going to be way
Separate.
more reach and
Yeah.
way more people are looking. Well, nobody's coming here to find out about how the RØDECaster Pro works. I can guarantee you that. We're all coming here because we knew Clubhouse from other areas.
I
But
don't know, Billy. A lot of them
YouTube
don't
should be
know.
fired up, dude. No, man, people are not coming to Clubhouse to learn anything. Trust me. Not over YouTube. Like,
Oh
trust
yeah,
me.
I'll prove you
Yeah.
wrong.
Well, I think that
I'm
they're
gonna prove you
coming
wrong
here.
right now because you know what? I did learn from John.
Million people here. All right, look at the audience. That's all I'm gonna say.
Charles, go ahead.
Well, so I will say this. I do agree with Billy. Now, a year and a half, 2 years ago, I wouldn't have agreed with Billy, but I don't think he would have said that a year and a half, 2 years ago. Previously, yes, there was a huge audience on Clubhouse. I think now people come to Clubhouse for like the RØDECaster and the audio check room because it's the only place to get in the RØDECaster room, to get that help that you need. So you have to go there. But I think if this was transitioned over to YouTube, I think you would see more interaction. And I think you would have people, even if you could just bring them on audio wise, have a call in, like don't even look, join the Zoom. We won't put you on video.
Yeah.
Or just call into, here's the Zoom number.
Yeah.
To the meeting, call in, and we'll add you audio, and we can just do audio. We'll stay on camera. You do whatever, but provide that option, and then you have a way of really monetizing it because you're never really going to be able to monetize on Clubhouse.
Yeah.
So in the long run, it's a dying platform.
Yeah, and we could now. I do my podcast, but my podcast is brainless because I just talk, right? This one I have to use my brain, so I think I can work up to it. And what we can do is do like 1 hour session of whoever wants to join. Maybe we can only take 2 guests at the same at one time, solve the issues, and then push the others to a paid platform for like a particular Zoom call that you want to join, like maybe a group of 10, 15 people over a certain period of time.
Hey, John, there's a lady on TikTok. She does this cup making, paints with like alcohol paint or something. I don't know. But anyway, she like live streams on TikTok, has the person she's making a cup for on a Zoom call, and basically like picks out colors and like paints it. She did
Like customize it.
600,000. Yeah, she did $600,000 in revenue, and this is when I watched her like 2 years ago. And then, but I think it'd be cool to, and you could probably pre-book people, or people could like pay to get on the show, like just book, like, hey, I'm gonna book my hour, my half hour, or whatever for your consulting, and then you're like live consulting, or maybe you own a team or whatever, live consulting. Because I'm telling you, man, you guys, I mean, even with somebody like myself, who I'm like, I can go watch YouTube videos, I can do all those things, but there's just certain things you don't even know what you're looking for, and you guys answer those questions so great. I mean, even if it takes a little time or whatever, it's like you're on it and you're figuring it out. So I think you could do that. I think you could sell paid sessions and or whatever, or it's like, you can get in front of the line if you pay or whatever. Something like, we want guests, but you can get in front of the line. We can take care of your problem quick.
Right.
Bump us a little tip or something.
But
so the difference,
I love it.
The difference with John Ong hosting this room on say Clubhouse versus YouTube will be like, he doesn't need to put on makeup every single day to do those Clubhouse rooms. So he's training in his head. I was like, oh, should I do this? Should I do this again? But you know how much you pay for Ecamm Live?
I know, right?
Right?
Yes.
You know how much you're paying for your Zoom thing for a year?
Yes.
Right?
So I got to start making.
So the Asian in me wants you to make it back and more.
No, I think, and here's what I think, and I truly take whatever Jason was telling me, in seriously. I remember we had that conversation a few weeks ago, Jason, and I remember, and I think the main thing that strike a chord was, I always have this complex of, oh my gosh, I want to offer this knowledge, but I feel bad charging because I'm not an audio engineer. So I have this complex, and that happens in my professional world too. But what Jason changed my mind a little bit was that I'm still, coping with that. But what Jason changed my mind was, if there's there's a need out there, and sometimes their need is they're not going to look at whether or not I have a degree in audio engineer. If I can get onto a session, they tell me what the issue is, I can identify it, solve it for them. That itself is value. So I think I have to get over the complex.
You just
I'll tell you what works.
Premium model for
you just have to answer that question. What's in it for me? That's what I, the consumer, am telling you. And I suggest to you, what's in it for me is what I was willing to pay. And you said, no, don't pay. But that doesn't mean that I won't support.
Right.
Okay. So this room, this house is closed. It's not necessarily just open. You have to apply to it. So the people on Clubhouse, there is this spectrum of people, of exaggerators who lead the basics, but what they don't think about, these pseudo pros, is these smaller details, that where there is niche possibilities. Because I'm going to give you a perfect example. I started out in agriculture 4 years ago. I didn't know shit other than I was a farmer with my friends, right? But you add being a lawyer into that, and how do you go from being a criminal attorney to being in agriculture? Well, the answer is you just have to have the curiosity. You don't have to have the degree. You just have to be the guy or the lady to go and show people, this is what I've been doing to fix. And you know what? And this is why TikTok is so famous. This is why YouTube is famous. It's not the experts who get paid. It's the people that can just do, right? That's it. I was in a room earlier today with Brandon Wilson, who's a designer. I loved being a part of that room because he was talking about website design for a consumer, not for the pro, not for the marketers. Like, look, The one thing that marketers and real estate agents ruined about this app was everyone's just trying to be pick me because I'm show and tell of the highest manner, instead of like, yo, I'm really interested in this one thing about the design. And instead of everyone showing up and showing over, you know what happened? A lot of people were curious and they stayed in. We were in that room for like an hour and a half, and it was a win. So if that can happen, you just have to put up your means of payment, John, and it will get flourished, because there's plenty of guys that are experts and non-experts that are making it and killing it. Like my favorite YouTuber right now, Tom Buck, I donate once every other month to his platform because I love what he does in his reviews for equipment and stuff like that. I donate to him. He's one of the few that I'll actually donate to.
So he's laughing because Jason, I took it too hard. I told you there's a way to it's called coffee, like KO-FI coffee, that you can donate now. I did that because
Where's
of
your
what you
link?
told me. Okay, so I'm gonna well I will okay, so if you go to johnong.com/support. Oh no, wait. Is that right? Did I make that a link? Let me see if it's true.
John,
So
John just
you
needs
are
a
not making
PR
it easy
guy.
for people to donate.
Yes. Okay.
You got to have one button on your stream deck. Press the button, it comes out on the stream, which is the link, right? And then after that, in the chat where people can just click it. Huh.
Yes. I mean, yeah, that's coming. I just built this page like a few 2 weeks ago, or maybe under. So check that out. There's a way for you to do that now, because I do know. Here's the thing. I do know that people want to show their appreciation, and sometimes through money is the quickest, and I shouldn't say easiest, but the quickest way of showing that what I offer is of value. So I do understand that. So appreciate the pep talk, Jason. I took that to heart, and here it is. So jonan.com/support, you can go to the coffee page and make your donation if you so incline.
Could I just add on what Jason said?
Yes.
So I did a workshop like a week ago, right? And we met a lot of new camera users, right? And I was telling to my co-presenter, and the challenge with saying somebody that got into camera for a long time, we learn a lot, and we know quite a bit for the industry in the industry. And what we fail to realize is the things that's easy in our head is not easy for the new participants out there. And you not being an audio engineer, and discovering things as you go, and sharing it out to people, I think there's a value in it, because they can relate to that, because they are just like you,
Yeah.
and they are discovering just like you. And if it makes you any better, right? Get road people to send you a T-shirt. Says that it's RØDECaster, so it makes you feel like an audio engineer a little bit more.
No, Jason actually said that almost verbatim 2 weeks ago, or whenever we had that conversation. He said, "I don't." What did you say? Like you don't care about professional as much, or sometimes there are times that you want to learn from fellow users.
Yeah, I don't care about the experts because they're boring as hell. They are. When you have to go into, say, like I go into some courtrooms or I have to depose an expert, a scientist, and I just have certain questions and they give me long ass explanations even though I know the answer. I just need them to say what is actually there. They go into far left, right, or whatever, and outer space, and I'm like, dude, I'm on Earth. You need to stop being a cloud, okay? So you need to land your position. And that's where I kind of get mean a little bit and just say, look, yes or no, this is what this means, right? So you got to think like the user experience is like as smart as a fifth grader. That's what American public is dealing with. They're smart as fifth graders in their average common knowledge. You take microphones, roadcasters. You really think they're going to pay attention to so much work, not until it fails and they want to go forward. Because think about how much equipment of technology has been cast out because people didn't take time to learn it. You know, they got frustrated and said, "Oh, forget this." You know how many pieces of podcasting equipment, including the microphone that I have right now, my Shure SM7B, was sold for $200. It's normally $399. Guy said he wanted to sell it because I tried podcasting. I just couldn't figure it out, and I need to move. I need some cash. Boom, save me $300. You know, like to me that was a win. So when people doubt you and throw shade on your opportunity that you haven't figured out yet, it's because they're not doing what you have in your hands. And I'll just pause there.
Well, thank you all. We have about 4 more minutes to go, but I'm gonna have to end this pretty soon because I have the sound check room that I'm not gonna do the live stream because it was too overwhelming for me. Maybe I'll do it in the background. Maybe I won't live stream it. I'll keep the Zoom call going. So when we go into the Clubhouse sound check room, I can share the Zoom link if you're still interested in seeing what's going on, what's happening. So, but I appreciate you all. I know, Dundee, I didn't get to you. I'm so sorry. And that's what I'm saying, like, you know, like mistreat or don't get to serve everybody on the platform. Well, Dundee, are you able to come to the sound check room after this so that we can answer your question?
Yeah, I'll come over to sound check.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. We'll wrap this up now, and we are gonna continue our conversation in the soundcheck room. I don't think I'm gonna be able to put the link here because it's too much work for me to do. But thank you all for watching on YouTube as well. You know, I don't know what's to come of it. I don't know. This is like a trial channel for me to test stuff out. I don't know when this is gonna be a real thing, but stay tuned. If you want to subscribe, and thanks you all on Clubhouse, and we'll see you in the soundcheck room soon. Bye. Okay, and YouTube, I'm closing you out as well. But John, you can stay here.
Not one button to close it all, yeah?